as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. What a matchup for our first Sunday nighter of the year. The Cowboys and Giants underway in Week 1. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go. Hey.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
Now Jones. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in Week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. but don't count out the Giants.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing Jones. Opened. The ball comes out. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And He can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Prescott down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage is too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Hyatt there to grab it.
So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
$13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 46 yards. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Have a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play for football.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Bama, Bama, Bama. Out, go.
Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
Throwing. Prescott.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Prescott.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've got to run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Deontay Banks with it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start to...
And now off to the races, down the right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Prescott on first down.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. And it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on the heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
He's got his man. It's Gallup.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Hunt.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gained nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And taken at the 46. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
CD with the catch, of course, coming off of a monstrous 2022 with the Cowboys. 5th in the league in catches, 6th in yards, and took that jump from being a star to one of the league's elite wide receivers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott.
But he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing Jones.
This one goes out wide to Barkley.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jones, a throw completed to Hyatt.
A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
On the option right, it's Jones.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott now.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10.
Now Jones. And And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here's second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 6 coming up. Second down, here's Barkley again.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Now Jones.
This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Gano now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
It's the score, Giants 14. Cowboys 13.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott. Able to find Gallup.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
He's got Lewis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
All 3 timeouts still available. Likely won't have time for them all. Here's 1st and 10.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, hey.
4 seconds to go. This is likely it.
Hey, let's punch it in. Let's punch it in.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Cowboys, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,